Hey everybody, it's Monday. Welcome to the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. I'm Jason DeRusha. You drinking coffee? Grab your coffee, because here comes the weather. You want a sip, you want to get a little jolt of caffeine before I throw this at you. Pow! Look at that. This is a little slow. We're a little sluggish. It's fine. It's Monday. It's snowing in parts of the area. You don't see it on our Twin Cities forecast because it's not going to be around by noon. Should be gone. Okay day. Our high is going to be 38 today. The average is 41. It's a little below, but you know what? Pretty calm, not super windy. Boy, was it windy yesterday. Whew. The house was just rattling. So enjoy it. It's going to be a pretty mild week. So once we get through the snow that's falling in some parts of Minnesota right now, pretty quiet. So that'll be good. Let's talk about this. Morning breakfast. Well, maybe it's your dinner evening meal as well. You enjoying a big bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Maybe grape nuts. You're grape nuts kind of a guy or gal. Star Tribune. We had this in our morning headlines segment that airs at 6:10 every day. Star Tribune this weekend reporting about cereal sales. There's kind of a combination of the effect of the pandemic, of economic anxiety, and cooking fatigue has cereal hot again. Cheerios up 24%, Fruity Pebbles 19%, Honey Nut Cheerios, Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast, all those cereals are up, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, cereal is pretty cheap, relatively speaking, right? You get a lot of meals out of that box of cereal. It's fast, it's comforting, it's nostalgic. So we wanted to know, is this part of your breakfast? Is it a snack? I know there's been a lot written about millennials just snacking on cereal without milk. What's your favorite cereal? I like cereal. I like it boring, though. I like, Cheerios. It's a staple in my house. Like the more boring, the better. I don't know. I'm not into the big sweet cereals. Although, if you've ever had those Reese's Pieces cereal, is it Reese's Pieces or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? Oof. That is dessert, and it's delicious. So leave a comment on our Facebook page. We'll talk cereal in a moment, and I will rate your choices. So you say what your favorite cereal is, and I'll tell you if it's a good choice or if you're crazy. So that'll be fun. All right. Some breaking news this morning in the fight against COVID-19. 2 Mondays in a row that we've started with good vaccine news. Moderna announced its COVID-19 vaccine. Last week, Pfizer was 95% effective. Moderna says, well, we're 94% effective, which is phenomenal. Kind of the guideline the federal government was looking for was 50%. So Moderna and Pfizer announced last week. Now they're seeking permission for emergency use in the United States. They'll be doing that within the next couple weeks. And the good news is with 2 vaccines, you can get them out at the same time. So that should help get vaccines to more people quicker, which is good. Just like the Pfizer announcement, this news from Moderna is making Wall Street very happy this morning. Stocks jumping. Dow futures up more than 500. Dow is just 72 points from a record close. We'll see if the promising news lasts on Wall Street. Minnesota Department of Health doing kind of a cool thing. They're going to text people to say, we are going to call you if you're positive for COVID-19 or if you're a part of a contact tracing endeavor. Here's the thing. Most of us don't answer unknown phone numbers, right? So if the health department calls, it's going to show up on your caller ID and you'll be like, spam. Just send it to voicemail. And then, especially the 18 to 35ers, they don't check their voicemail. Come on. Voicemail? What am I, a grandma or something? Checking voicemail? So now you get a text. The health department will say, answer the call. We're going to call you. The text will include the phone number. So the idea is to get people with positive test results to answer on the first time so people can self-isolate and they can get it going. Paul Gazelka, the Republican leader of Minnesota Senate, tested positive for COVID-19. The state senator said he doesn't have major symptoms. He says he's been in quarantine since last Monday, although there are some questions. Monday he flew to Florida. So he's in Florida. And then there's pushback from Democrats who have said, look, you guys in the Republican caucus have all these people, staff members and elected officials who are testing positive, But then Thursday we had a special session, and you didn't tell us. Gazelka says no Democrats were exposed. That's why they didn't notify any Democrats. But Republicans did tell their staff and senators to stay home. Probably best to be upfront with this stuff, right? Like, don't play games. Just tell people what's going on, and then you don't look like you look on this Monday morning. State also opening another testing site today, this time in Stillwater. We call these longer-term sites. It's kind of so you know it's different from some of the pop-up locations that we've seen. These are going to be around for a while. National Guard is running these, some local health workers out there as well. You don't need insurance. You don't need symptoms. You do need an email address. We put information about these new sites and free at-home saliva tests at WCCO.com. Remember that old Kmart that the city of Minneapolis bought and they were going to knock it down? Not going to knock it down yet because the post office has moved in there. This is South Minneapolis. Temporary home, they're going to put 2 post offices in there. Those offices were damaged during the riots after George Floyd's death. So the new full-service office, 10 West Lake Street, which is the old Kmart, right? Postal Service is still exploring more permanent options for the Minnehaha and the Lake Street facilities. Right now, 4 astronauts on their way to the International Space Station. I love watching this. I think you do too, right? SpaceX launched last night. This is the start of regular crew flights. Here it is. Watch it. It's cool. Come on. Like, it's about the coolest thing we do, right? Team is expected to remain at the International Space Station till spring. The rockets will be reused. That's part of the genius of SpaceX, that they figured out how to do that. Minnesota Vikings, can they break the Monday Night Football curse? Kirk Cousins has had a rough go on primetime games, but you know, the Bears have been on a skid. The Vikings have been hot. This game will be on CCO. Got a pregame show at 6:30. Mike Max, the Emmy award-winning Mike Max, who just won an Emmy this weekend for his work covering the aftermath of George Floyd's death. Norman Seawright and Maxie, pregame at 6:30. They'll break it down after the game, and hopefully we'll get a Vikings win. Holiday season. Look, I was looking at the calendar, and I'm kind of one of these, could we do Thanksgiving before we do Christmas, people? But this year with the pandemic, I've enjoyed seeing people with their Christmas decorations up and their lights. And some people are buying trees already. Our Lady of Grace, the men's club in Edina, they do a Christmas tree lot every year. They got 800 trees this weekend, 700 more on the way. It's outdoors, but they're doing the precautions, right? They're doing social distancing. You got to have a mask if you go shopping. And they've set up a grab-and-go section, too, so if you just want to pop in, grab it, and get out of there, that's cool. Saturday is opening day. They'll be open every day till December 20th. All right, we're talking cereal this morning on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. What is your favorite cereal? Is cereal back for you? Here it is. Yeah, Reese's Puffs. Christina, thank you. That's what I was thinking of. She like, oh, Honey Bunches of Oats is kind of good. You get those like little granola. Well, it's a bunch. It's a honey bunch. Cheerios or Fruit Loops. Her son brings a bag of Reese's Puffs for lunch as an extra little snack. Yeah, cereal has become a very convenient snack for people. Wonder how you guys feel about milk. Pro milk or anti-milk? I like the milk. All right, thanks, Christina. Here's Sarah. Grape nuts. I like grape nuts too, Sarah. They do not taste good. When you experience grape nuts, there's that chance where you think, like, I may bust a filling on my molar. But I like the taste of fiber. Tammy, good morning. She goes, cereal every morning. Kashi Go Lean. Oh, I was on a hardcore Kashi bender for a while. It was all Kashi all the time. And then I looked at the nutrition information. I'm like, this really isn't all that. It feels healthy. It's not that great. Peggy Demdewich. That's a great last name, Peggy. That's like a high-scoring Scrabble last name, isn't it? Honey Nut Cheerios. Captain Crunch. Man, I haven't had Captain Crunch in 30 years, probably. I like it. I support that. I support that move. And Copeland Frosted Flakes, overrated. Overrated. I said I was going to judge. Jenny Stapleton, plain Cheerios. I like plain Cheerios, and I put frozen fruit on top of them. And then milk and then I'm good to go. Oh, I like Raisin Bran too, Kimberly. A lot of Cheerios love. People supporting the hometown team here today. You gotta stand up for the General. General Mills. My father-in-law spent his career working at General Mills, and for years I told my kids that his job was just to be that he was the Golden Grams guy, and he would dress up in like a mascot outfit and just hand out Golden Grams, boxes of Golden Grams. It's not true. Not true, but they believed it for a while. And you know what? Nothing better than a newsman lying to his children. That's what we do here. I don't lie to you guys ever. Not here on the CBSN Minnesota Morning Update. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.